Today, things you didn't know you needed. An almond store with only products with almonds. During your clothes shopping, you ever need some almonds? Then you can always go there. Very useful. How can a raw octopus and raw beef be healthy? That's just asking to be sick, I think. Especially the raw beef. I mean, also the raw octopus. It doesn't sound incredibly enticing. I think I will skip on that one. I'm just trying to find something else that I can eat. Alright, so I went for the kimbap. In Japan they have sushi and in Korea they have kimbap. It's only my first full day in Seoul, so I didn't go for the pigtails or the raw octopus with big feet. It's too soon to be sick. So this music, I mean, I know a lot of people, tourists, go to South Korea for the K-pop. This music here, though, is the one piece of Korean music that I do know, which is arirang. It's a traditional folk song, I'm pretty sure. And it's also used in the north. So it must predate the division between north and south. So it must be written before the 1950s. Because I know that they use this song a lot in North Korea as well. Arirang. I will double check it, so I'm not saying nonsense, but if you see this, then it means I double checked it and it's correct. This place looks like a huge, modern monstrosity. This is Dongdaemun History and Culture Park Station. I ended up in an elevator, but I don't know where to. Feels like I accidentally trespassed into an empty museum. I did pass the ticket booth, but there was no one there. It's kind of creepy. Oh, I can even go outside here. Oh my god. I don't know if I was supposed to be here. Either that elevator was not supposed to go up where I went, or nobody just goes into the elevator. The only reason I went into the elevator was because there were like two people in red, and there are people in red here, you know, they are like tourist information people. They're also the only Korean people you can meet here who do speak English. So I just asked them what's this building, and they say it's like a cultural center, and you can go to a museum. You just go to the right there, and then there's the entrance. And I went to the right there, but I couldn't find the entrance. I just saw this elevator, and I was like, maybe that's the entrance. So hopefully I won't get arrested for trespassing. I promise I didn't do it on purpose. Maybe I can use this video as proof. And today I'm attempting to go to the North Korean border, the border with North Korea, the DMZ, the demilitarized zone. And there are lots of people going in tours there. However, I'm attempting to go there myself by public transport and see how far I get without a tour. The owner of the place I'm staying said he wasn't sure if that's possible, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I'm hoping to have the view of North Korea for myself. So today I'm also going to leave Seoul for now. I will be back at the end of my trip because I still have a lot more to see. I made it to this random village that's really at the border with North Korea. On the way here on the bus, I could see North Korea over the river. I could also see a lot of military points, checkpoints. You can't even get to the river because there's like barbed wire everywhere. I mean, the demilitarized zone, even though it's called demilitarized, is probably the most militarized zone in the whole world. And it's basically impossible to penetrate. But I'm not going to try that, obviously. I'm just going to try and see if I can get somewhere. I mean, There's not a single tourist on that bus. It was completely just locals. Also, nobody got off here. So I'm gonna see how far I get. I'm already pretty close, and at least I saw North Korea already now. Unfortunately, I couldn't film it on the bus. It's actually very nice and peaceful coming out of Seoul to this area. It feels like the countryside. It probably is. Like, actually, this region is called Paju. It's not even the Seoul region anymore. And so far I haven't been stopped, even though I'm really close now. And there's supposed to be an observatory here, but according to some people it is completely closed unless you have a permit or you go with a tour group. So I see some kind of gate here, but it seems I can walk past it. I definitely don't want to be trespassing in the demilitarized zone though. So I'm gonna have to translate what these signs say. I'm not gonna just assume. Oh, it does say that in English, Unification Observatory. Seems like I can just walk in. Oh my god, that's amazing. It seems like I might be like alone. I have the view of North Korea to myself. So sometimes the research pays off. I mean, yeah, the guy who owns the place where I'm staying, he didn't think I was gonna be able to go here without a group. Most groups actually go to another observatory. I also think the fact that there's nobody walking here means that I might be right about the fact that there are not that many people here. Okay, I might have celebrated too soon. I see a military checkpoint. I'm going to not film because I don't think it will help with the chances of me getting through. Let's hope they will let me in. I did think this was too good to be true. Alright. They were very confused as to how I got here. I don't really want to film too clear, but I don't know if you can see that this big iron gate or steel gate, I don't know what it is. I was afraid they wouldn't let me through, but they let me through. Which is quite evident they were confused how I got here. There's no one walking here, but they just let me through. They didn't even check my passport or anything, so seems like I can make it. Quite bizarre to see North Korea here. It looks so close, because it is. It is very close. Everything over the river is North Korea. You can see that's all North Korea. The North Koreans were probably watching me now with their telescopes. They probably have me in view already from here. It really looks like you just walk there. I mean, if you were able to go over the barbed wire somehow. Once you're over the barbed wire, I guess you could easily walk or swim there. I mean, obviously you might get shot by either the south or the north, I don't know, but it really is. It's actually even much closer than I thought. I'm very happy that this was a success. I got to observe North Korea. Now I'm gonna push my luck a bit further and try to go to a place all the tourists go to. It's not clear to me whether you need a permit for it. So this one is one that the tourists don't usually go to. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm at the bus stop in this very busy place, trying to get to my the next point, which is actually very touristy. I know that. Here apparently is also very touristy. You have even a whole sign in English that said Paju Tourist Guide, and that is also the only thing on this whole thing that's in English. So I don't really get the point of that, but at least it's a confirmation that this is a tourist site. Found a train. So I just came out of this random station, it's called Munsan, to get a local bus here, but it seems like it goes every once an hour or so, and so I missed it. So I guess now I'm exploring this place. I immediately noticed that this is not a touristy place, because even at the supermarket where I just got an ice cream and some water, the lady was so excited to see me. She try to speak English. Very different experience than in Seoul. It's quite difficult to get here is because there is a station behind me. However, the line doesn't go there anymore. It used to, but apparently it doesn't go there anymore, only like once a day. I'm walking to the place that I think is very touristy, but it is a good place to also view the north. I think this is a touristy place, it's just that I came here at a time when all the tour buses left. So I guess that is the perk of going by yourself, but to be honest, this was very hard to get to with public transport. They even have like a small theme park here, I guess to brighten the mood in a country that's divided by war. I mean, it doesn't look that fun when there's no people as well. I'm going to take a gondola to the other side to get closer to the North Korean border. So I'm currently taking a gondola to over the river. This part of the river, the other side, is still South Korea. So I will be getting closer to North Korea like this, quite close. And of course I'm alone in this whole cabin because all the tourists are gone, so that's amazing. I actually just went into the tourism center and there was this lovely girl, but she was kind of shocked by why I was here, how I did come here. When I said I took a local bus, she was like, what? All right, and then she kind of said like, yeah, you know, actually the tours are quite boring, so you should just go into the gondola, and then apparently the other side is quite nice. It does feel a bit weird crossing this river now because I was just at the Odusan observatory. She was also shocked that I came from there. But there, of course, when you go over the river, then the other side is North Korea. So it just feels a bit weird going over it here because it's not that far away. But like I said, on this side, the other side is still South Korea. This is lovely. I'm so happy I didn't come here with a tour group. I'm really happy to be alone in this cabin. Now I've seen bowling balls used by the US military. I feel enlightened now. So this was apparently Camp Greaves, which is a US military camp here at the border with North Korea. You can inspect the bowling balls that the soldiers used here. Don't know why. So there's also an observatory here, which is where I'm walking now. Honestly, the American army base thing was not that interesting. You know, I'm just interested in seeing North Korea. I saw it at Odusan, and now I'm hoping get another look here. I have to say though, the girl at the information center made me feel a little bit stressed because she was like so shocked by my schedule. Also because I'm going to Sokcho later today. She was like, well, how can you fit all of this in one day? We'll see how it goes. I think I will manage fine. I believe this is what people put like messages for what they hope about the unification of Korea. Of course, together with a warning sign that there are mines in this area. I'm assuming they cleared out the path here and that I won't suddenly blow up. Here another mine sign. Maybe after all the tourist information lady was actually not as nice, but just tried to kill me by sending me to a minefield. If you're seeing this video, then she was nice after all. If I'm dead and someone sees this, it was her. I don't know her name though. I mean, yes, it is an observatory and the view is nice with the mountain there, but I feel like this is this is the definition of a tourist trap, because actually that's where I just came from. That's where the gondolas are. And that's not North Korea, that's still South Korea. That's all still South Korea. It's literally a view of South Korea, called the DMZ. I mean, we are in the DMZ, I don't get that, but you know, they can advertise with having an observatory. There's no lie about that. It is an observatory. It's just that you think a DMZ observatory would be there to observe North Korea and not the South when you're in the South. The more I'm thinking about this, see this mine warning sign and then another mine warning sign. I feel like this place is just a really big tourist trap. I mean, I'm enjoying my time because it's just a nice stroll in a peaceful area. Honestly, I don't feel like there's anything genuine about this place. It's just a place that's near the border, with some signs that there were mines, with a rebuilt US Army base, including their bowling balls, and an observatory of the river that has nothing to do with North Korea. And I mean, the gondola ride is nice. All my suspicions that this is a tourist trap are confirmed. Look at this, the huge mine sign. The fact that it's so huge should already tell you that something is wrong here. You know, that this is like a photo opportunity. But if you're not convinced, what about I tell you that you can take a picture with an apple in the form of a heart and a bench with the huge mine sign in the background. Does anything shout tourist trap more like this? I don't think so. But at least I have it to myself. At least there's that. I can imagine like the people queuing here to make a photo with a heart-shaped apple and the mine sign. It was definitely a tourist trap. It was also really out of the way to get here. I mean, I did think this was the place where all tourists go, but I thought, because this is the place for the DMZ, I thought even though the tourists go, maybe there are some special things. Honestly, the highlight was the bowling ball. No, of course not the bowling balls. Actually, the highlight was the lady at the information center, because she is basically the first Korean person that I've been able to have like a proper conversation with. I guess she was also bored because there was no one, so we just had a nice chat. On the side before the gondolas, there's also some things to see. Probably another museum with some maybe the bowling balls of the South Koreans this time. We'll see. So to get in this part, you have to pay for the ticket. I mean, the ticket was not expensive, but 2001, I think, is still 2001 too much to see a broken bridge. Oh my god, okay, so here we have an observatory, another one. At least they are honest, because they say we are here and that's where the border is. You can't see North Korea from here, so this is like useless. So I went to the counter, asked for tickets. He said for 8 o'clock we only have the premium ticket, otherwise it's 9 o'clock. And I'm supposed to check in Sokcho before 10. The trip takes like 2.5 hours, so I already can't check in on time, which is a problem. But at least better to leave at 8 than at 9. So I'm going with the fancy premium bus. I just want to say that the lady at the tourist trap DMZ place, she was shocked that I was going to Sokcho after that. I understand why she was shocked, because that's too tight scheduling. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. So, I actually made it to Sokcho. Tomorrow I want to do the hiking in the national park that's near here. So I'm excited to do that tomorrow, and I'm excited to try the 24/7 kimbap place. That meal was so nice. It's kind of weird because like here it's like a complete ghost town. Like there's no one on the streets, but then when you're sitting inside of that nice little restaurant where I've had some ramen and kimbap, people are coming in the whole time, even though it's 11 o'clock or 11:30, and it's open 24/7. So there are definitely people around. It's just not so evident when you're walking the streets. So I know that this ice cream that I just got said red bean ice cream on it, which I thought was interesting. But now I regret it. Turns out I'm not a fan of red bean ice cream. It just tastes like a red bean. I mean, I wasn't lied to. I was just hoping they would make something nice out of that.